Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you. This is game 3 for these teams in the NBA Cup Tournament group play. That adds an extra level of intensity, doesn't it?
Kevin, it certainly does, especially because one of these teams has much more to lose. At this point, only one of them might be playing to advance in this tournament.
Now Sacramento starting 5. The post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Fox is at the point, Monk out on the wing. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now here's Barnes for 3. Murray comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Logged in the pass to Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Malcolm Brogdon, Brent has moved around a little bit in his career, but he's always found a way to contribute.
Well, I think coaches appreciate, Kevin, the way that Malcolm plays the game in terms of his efficiency. They can always use that ability out there. A guy who makes solid decisions with the ball and is a knockdown shooter with high percentages.
And the first one at the line is good. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Brogdon hits them both. Hey, Brent, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Sacramento ball. First quarter, just over a minute played. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Chauncey Billups and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle him on us in the paint. See how that works out. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Barnes after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
For 3, Brogdon. No good on the shot. The Kings have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Monk dishes to Murray. Here's Fox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
Defensively, you don't want to give Fox easy points at the free throw line. You want to make him beat you with the J.
You know, Brent, De'Aaron Fox, I mean, how do you cover him?
Well, Kevin, the first thing I do is ask for help. I keep my other defenders aware that I'm not going to slow this guy down at any point. So try to get him to his offhand, which is his right hand, and then make sure that he's taking more shots and not being in transition, because that's where De'Aaron Fox is at his best.
He's perfect from the line this time. De'Aaron Fox, Brent, is a very special player, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, it's true. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the open court, but it's his leadership that really has come along at such an early stage. And think about the run that he went on with the Kings just a couple of years ago. He's not settling with that. He wants more. He wants to play in the postseason, and he's capable of getting any team there. In the last few years, we've seen a nice leap from Jeremy Grant, including how effective he can be in that spot.
Sacramento moving it around for 3. Murray, rebound by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No good from Grant.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
To the middle, here's Fox, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back, and let him try to find his range.
Williams kicks to Brogdon. Banked in off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Monk against Sharp. Sabonis in a slam dunk by Sabonis.
And Sabonis getting his entire body up that time for the jam.
Portland leading by 5. Pass to Sharp. Here's Grant. And good coming on the assist by Brogdon. 7 points for Jeremy Grant.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The shot by Monk is no good. And so Grant will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
Now, here's Sabonis after the miss from Malik Monk, and it goes down 2 points.
This is how poised Sabonis is. Excellent at fighting off contact on the way up.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Sasha Vezenkov's checked in for Murray. Buddy Hield comes in for Harrison Barnes. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Monk. And it's Mitchell in for Fox. Outside, Walker. Pass to Henderson. Winslow with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Ayton throws it down.
And Winslow using that pick perfectly. Just shifting the defense over and then setting up the assist.
For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
And Huerter gets it to go.
That's what Huerter does best, an absolute sniper from behind the arc.
Winslow, the pass to Ayton. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Nice D from Sabonis. Pass to Mitchell. Now here's Sabonis. And oh, here we go with Henderson. Drops in the breakaway layup.
This is how relentless Henderson is. Once he gets the steal, he is going all the way.
At the top of the key, Sabonis. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Ayton. 17 points in his last outing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Sabonis, a guy that's just always ready for physical play and will take the action right to you.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Free throw good, Sabonis.
And Sabonis such a key to this team and what they do on the inside. A big man that does a little bit of everything.
And Sabonis drops them both.
Well, what elevates Sabonis is his team-first mentality. He's looking to pass. He's looking to help. He wants to set screens to get guys open. He just wants everyone to be successful.
Pass to Henderson. From outside, off the mark. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Trailblazers up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. The guard spots filled by Fox and Herter. Then there's Len. Then it's Hield. And it's Vezenkov in at the power forward position. Herter kicks to Hield. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Inside, here's Kamara.
And Henderson just dropping an absolute dime there. Good to see him seeking out a teammate.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Herter. Len sets a screen for Herter. Gets an open look and hits. Herter's got 5. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament, and Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific.
Yeah, of course. They also count in the regular season standings as well. It allows teams a second trophy to chase, a championship that's a lot earlier in the calendar. And I'll tell you who else benefits, a lot of the young teams, because it puts them in a playoff mindset. I think it's going to help their progression over the course of the season.
Herter, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5. On the wing, Winslow. Back to Henderson. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Walker the pass to Grant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for the Trailblazers. Keegan Murray's checked in for Sacramento. Monk comes in for Kevin Herter. And so he makes both from the line. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. They really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter could just do a little bit of everything.
Here's Henderson. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Henderson. Sweet little floater. Henderson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Back to Fox. Takes a 3. Mark that as his 5th miss in 7 shots.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
For 3, Henderson. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pacers in Indy. Monk finds Fox. Shoots over Henderson. Another miss by Fox. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Heel dishes to Fox. With the floater. Tries again. Outside for Murray. And he's good on the 3-ball. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Fourth, DeAndre Ayton.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Well, you can pretty much count it when they get the ball down low like that. You got to give them credit for working hard to get themselves open. Their percentages certainly wouldn't be as high as they are if they couldn't knock down those open 15-footers.
And it's Sharp missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Barnes finds Monk. Rebound by Williams. Look at the last game for Sacramento. It was a win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. With his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. VA, thanks. You know, Greg, with this being game 3 of the group stage, you have to start looking at how tiebreakers might work for teams that have the same record in group play. I mean, it's fascinating.
And I believe the first tiebreaker is head-to-head record in the group. If that doesn't solve it, a tie then goes down to each team's point differential. So there are a few more tiebreakers after that, but those two should take care of almost all ties.
It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Scoot Henderson.
It's definitely a part of the game that Fox wants to work on. These haven't been easy for him in the past.
Ayton finds Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Monk outside. Sacramento moving it around. Murray, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Grant up top. Covered by Barnes. Barnes against Grant. Unable to get that one. Good D by Barnes. Here's Monk. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
And I think it's going to be crucial that Monk continues to work on his playmaking ability. When he's dribbling the ball like that, he is tough to stop.
Now, here's Brogdon. 8 points his last outing. Sabonis grabs the board. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
No problem from Harrison Barnes. They're getting up and throwing it down.
Outside Williams. 35 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Ayton. Brogdon against Fox. The 19-foot shot. Good as the jump shot falls. Brogdon's got 6 points.
A good job there. Brogdon doesn't need much room. Has it there from the mid-range and knocks it down.
And it's good. 2 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Grant surveying the D. Ayton a screen on Barnes. The putback, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
I always like to play other good teams. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We'll see if they accept the challenge.
Iron sharpens iron, right, Shaq?
Yes.
And now let's focus on the Trailblazers. At halftime now, it's been a tight one.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And it's Fox with the ball for Sacramento. Trailing by 2. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Andre Ayton out there with Williams. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Grant in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Barnes. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Down low. Sharpe. That's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharpe's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Sabonis against Ayton. Barnes looking around. And that one drops for him. Barnes has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Williams, a screen on Fox. And here is Brogdon. He has 6. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And we get a moment to check out the team's scoring leaders. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Monk for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Timeout.
Monk's got the lead up to 1 now for Sacramento.
And that's the shot Monk is looking for, and he drills it.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to talk to his guys.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
And here are some numbers on Fox. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's around 31 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Now, here's Sean. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Sabonis sets the pick for Fox. Shoots It's over Brogdon. Fox, no good. Portland trailing here. And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one being the great Michael Thompson.
And here is Monk after Malcolm Brogdon hitting the three. The three, Fox, no good. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Now, here's Brogdon. He's got 9. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Monk. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Monk's got 7 points in the game.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
And it's Sharp missing.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now, here's Sabonis. He's got 8. Sabonis sets the big for Barnes. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 3-point Kings lead.
Pretty reliable from that area on the floor. Harrison Barnes comfortable rising up and shooting from there.
It's good. Sharp's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Monk outside. Pass to Murray. Looking to get back on track here. And there's the nice layup by Fox. Fox has got the lead back up to 3 now for Sacramento. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Your Trailblazers stats team.
A different look now for Portland. Kamar is checked in, and Henderson subbed in for Brogdon. And the Kings also making a change. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Barnes. Here's Henderson. He's got 7. Pass to Williams. Henderson looking it over. From outside the arc, Portland again missing. Sacramento leading by 3. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Now Fox, following the miss by Jeremy Grant from deep.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Henderson outside. Fires the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fox kicks him up. Murray outside. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Trailblazers trail by 3. Williams a screen on Fox. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. The Kings have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Pass to Murray. Sabonis' screen on Williams. Murray for 3. Rebounded by Kamare.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got 6.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
Outside, Fox. Sabonis' screen on Henderson. Outside, Fox. 5 on the clock. The shot's good from Monk.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray against Williams. Grant the pass to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Williams sends a screen for Henderson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 10 points for him.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Kings on top. They're up by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court right now for the Kings, the guard spots filled by Fox and Herter. Line out there with Lyons, and it's Hield in at the 3, the small forward. And here are the Kings now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Up top, Fox. Henderson defending, kept alive. Portland leading. Henderson throws it down hard.
Oh, man, Scoot Henderson, an elite leaper.
Fox against Henderson. Lets it go from the wing. Len passes to Hield. Henderson pulls it in. Henderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Monk's checked in for Trey Lyons. And he sinks the second.
2-possession game now, but he'd still like to have back that one he missed.
The Kings trail by 4. Hield kicks to Herter. Len sets a screen for Herter. Good on the 3-point shot.
Well, you can count on Herter putting up some good numbers from 3-point range on a regular basis.
Henderson outside. Walker taking his time here. A nice shot by Winslow. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Defense staying with them, and that didn't make a difference that time for Winslow.
Herter kicks to Monk. Len up top. Pass to Herter. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Portland leading by 3. Winslow, the pass to Henderson. Out to the right wing. Here's Kamara. No good on the 3. And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Monk with a screen on Henderson. The wide open look here for Fox. He nails it, and we're tied up.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter, even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter. Well, that make right there, that could change things.
Monk against Henderson. Monk dishes to Fox to take the lead, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Fox really daring them right now to foul him on the inside.
The line for the Kings, De'Aaron Fox taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first.
In the NBA, I'm not sure if anyone is quicker than De'Aaron Fox. I mean, when he gets going and he's moving north to south, you are pretty much helpless defensively.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Sacramento also making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Len. Murray comes in for Hield, and it's Barnes in for Kevin Huerter.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Now Sharp. Williams has a screen for Sharp. 6 on the shot clock. Over Monk. And it's Sharp missing. Kings have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus. But this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
No good on that one.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
And he's good on the second.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Here's Brogdon. Grant for 3. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
That is a mature play from De'Aaron Fox. Not afraid to take the big one.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Portland, here are your Blazers breakers and screws.
Check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. The message was simple. Keep fighting. Coach told his team, we're in this. We just need some extra effort. Let's go. See if they can come back. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Kings on D. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Sharp the pass to Brogdon. Now Grant. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Brogdon's got his 4th assist in this one. Monk outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Monk's got the lead up to 4 now for Sacramento.
You got to trust your go-to scorer in the big moments. Monk gets it done.
Williams a screen on Barnes. Grant gets a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, Jeremy Grant, the evolution will be televised. Phenomenal at staying cool and collected in that big moment. Harrison Barnes has been in some big ones, and that's a big shot.
Now, here's Grant. Outside to Brogdon. Williams a screen on Fox. Brogdon. Sacramento grabs the miss. Murray's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Fox gets it to go. And it's a 5-point Sacramento lead.
Fox getting in, nifty scoring there, not hesitating inside.
Pass to Grant. Over Barnes. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's Fox. And he banks in the layup. Fox has got 12 points in just the second half.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now, here's Grant.
And Grant, a great job there of going into contact, not shying away.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Sacramento?
The 3-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6.
We talked to most of the coaching staffs around the league. What is the first thing they think about with Jeremy Grant? And it's that athleticism that comes to mind.
And Grant drops them both.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Sabonis' screen on Brogdon. Fox from outside. The rebound by Grant.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fox finds Monk. There's the double team with Grant. Kings moving the ball around. Murray the pass to Sabonis. A 3 from Barnes. And it's Portland with the rebound. Now a timeout called by Portland. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Youth Dance Team.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Well, Grant knows his role and willing to take over during key parts of the game. As long as he stays within himself, he can make those kind of contributions.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Shoot two.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Sharp on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. And so they foul intentionally.
Jeremy Grant. First personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for the Kings, De'Aaron Fox. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Hits it from 3-point range. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by with the win. And this is their first win of the group stage after losing their first 2 games.
And as it stands, it's going to be difficult for them to make it into the next round of the NBA Cup, but at least this still counts for a regular season win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Harrison. The team's trying to get into the playoffs for the first time in a long time. How will you do it?
Just staying with it. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, where we are at in the seeding. But right now, we just take it game by game, focus on what we can do, what we can control. We feel pretty good about our chances.
It's a good place to be in, man. Thanks again. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.